Gruel Cocoa. That's
because my first game took 17 minutes. We decided that I'm gonna be the
let's
last one.
show some more Popper. Yeah, well, Popper Pioneer. I mean,
Pioneer. Yeah. Yeah. This was a deciding game on like which team gets prizes, and I have mulligan to 6 if I remember correctly. I really don't remember what my hand was at this point.
yeah. Let's see.
And sadly, I am not starting, but I'm so happy
Oh,
to see. Can you imagine how happy I am that the green player doesn't have turn 1 elf?
Yeah, tap planned pass is so good. This is I think this is the weird. I've never seen anyone do Thoughtseize by just handing your cards, his cards to your opponent. That's a new one for me.
Yeah, you can also see I was a little bit confused. Like,
Like, okay, I will just take these.
Well, I decided to take the mammoth because my opponent didn't have that many lands, so I was hoping that would like starve them a little bit because I have Fatal Push in my hand, so I have the answer for this werewolf.
Wolf, nice.
And I think I have a 1-drop also. Yeah. So
Nice, it's very solid.
Yeah, this is an ideal start.
I also saw a Kaiser in your hand, I think.
Yeah, and I have the third land. I have the second Thoughtseize, which isn't like the best because I cannot Thoughtseize and Kaito on the same turn.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but.
And funnily enough, while this game is going on, Yanni is comboing through Dotty Voidwalker for like 15 plus minutes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And here you can see the Kaito. Like this is a little bit better position to use the Kaito because I know there isn't a removal spell, there isn't a haste guy.
But yes, this time it's quite good.
Yeah.
Then the werewolf will go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is not like a deck that has lists. I didn't know what this deck has what it has eaten basically.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking at the beginning of this game. Was like, what are we cocoing for? Is it just value? Is there some kind of combo going on?
In the end, it's just it's a Gruul aggro deck with cocos.
Yeah, that's what it looks like with the.
Yeah.
Also, have we even seen any red cards yet? What I don't recognize what those are.
Lot of elves.
Oh.
I don't
know. Those are a lot worse on turn 3.
Yeah. Also, like when he tapped 2 mana, played elf, I'm like, wait, but that costs only 1. Oh, another one.
But it has a friend. All right, let's see what's left in there. Nice. I guess we don't get to see it.
Yeah, there's werewolf.
There's another wolf. Yeah.
That's the 3 mana 3/3. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, its owner loses 1 life.
Damage. Yeah, but your creatures cost 1 less or something, or
no,
it says you can't gain life anymore, right?
Oh yeah, players can't gain life.
Yeah.
And now they're reading just what the Kaito does. Yeah, at this point I wanted to draw what I would have been surprised if they hadn't blocked to deny my draw. Now I only get to plus, which is not worse because then I get to minus again. And I'm so sad I forgot my Kaito token.
Oh, for the emblem? That's unfortunate.
Because I own it, and I'm so sad that I forgot it for this day. Yeah, we were just figuring out, had I played a land? Well, I have a Kaito, so yes, I hadn't played a land.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you cheated the previous turn with Kaito, but...
I didn't know this, but it wouldn't be the first time. And this is a Screaming Nemesis.
Okay, that's a very solid card.
This was a very annoying top deck for my opponent. Because now...
Because that either kills both your creatures or your Kaito.
Yeah, and if I block it, my Kaito cannot -2 because it will take 1 damage.
Yep.
And yeah, I think there's only like bad decisions to make at this point. Or at this moment, because now my Fatal Push doesn't have its Revolt active. because I blocked both, and I think I had to block with both. I might be wrong about that though.
I think it was the same result, even if you hadn't, because then the Screaming Nemesis just does 1 damage to the other miscreant. So
that's what I was
it's not
thinking.
putting a rock in a hard place.
Yeah, because then if I would have, because it then Kaito would have been at 2 still because the elf was there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that was only to lose, and I just keep drawing lands. I could have kept the Moon Circuit Hacker, but it just feels like it does nothing.
So that's another Nemesis. All right. So
Yeah.
now this is really rough.
Yeah. And the
Losing
Fatal Push.
Kaito and taking damage.
Yeah. Fatal Push the Werewolf, so my opponent doesn't draw a card, but this is I have a 1 card, my Kaito is dead, I'm at 11? And I think I draw Mutavolt, yeah. And I have a Fatal
Beautiful.
Push.
And that's an easy scoop.
Yeah, and then you see I had another Thoughtseize on top of my deck. So
which is amazingly good when your opponent's hellbent.
If I remember correctly, I sided out 4 Thoughtseize, 1 Spell Pierce, and brought in 3 removal spells and 2 Sheldreds, just to be a bigger deck, and I don't want any Thoughtseize. I'm not sure about the Thoughtseize side out when you're on the play. Maybe I should side out only 2. But not sure.
I think that makes sense because you can either take the elf to slow them down, or take the 3-drop if they go elf something. On the draw, I think it's too late. Doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, in the draw I think 2 Shelter. But here you can see this is the moment Yanni is still comboing off. Yeah, because they're talking with his team. They're talking. He's talking with his teammate. Yes, I know how to talk.
With your teammates or just in general? No. Sorry, just a bad joke.
I think my hand is full of removal because I was ready for the elf, but because there wasn't turn 1 elf, I have to just pass.
Okay, that's a pathway.
Yep. There's Lightning Strike, Fable.
Yeah, there's a lot of aggressive stuff in that hand, but I don't see anything relevant on 2.
I think there was there might have been elf and 3 drops only, and Lightning Strike. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also a Lanover elf. Oh yeah, I had a Flat Pitch Drowner. Yeah.
Nice, that's very strong.
I love this card. This is my favorite card in the whole deck, except for Kaito. It's just so amazing.
I am
Especially
really
with
surprised by how good that is. That is such a strong card.
Yeah.
It looks very innocent up front. It's it's a 2-1 that taps a thing. Who cares? But then you can bounce it in your deck, or also even just the power to shuffle it away. It makes it a removal spell for anything. And it hits first because it's got vigilance.
Yeah, it's surprisingly rare to shuffle it or use the shuffle ability, but it's not uncommon to use it. But with Kaito, it's so stupidly good that turn 1 drop, turn 2 your 1 drop is sleeping, or if you were on the draw, turn 2 drop is sleeping, and then you get to Kaito. The Kaito gets to -2 or start drawing, and then it's back in the hand, and now you can use it again. But yeah, I think this is a really good position for me. It's a little bit, the Reckless Stormseeker is a little bit annoying because even though the Flat Pitch Drowner is extremely good card, it doesn't stop the passive abilities. But this is, I Kaito'd my Kaito.
Nice.
To reset its I just wanted to reset its loyalty and get Revolt.
Nice. That's a very cool play, actually.
Yeah, that's so cool to do. And because I plus it first, I get to use Kaito twice this turn.
Yeah, and you get that extra damage in as well, which is always relevant to have. Nice.
So, and even if this Kaito dies, I still have another Kaito in hand.
Exactly.
Like, we saw the lightning strike, so he has the answer for the Kaito. I wasn't expecting lightning strike, to be honest. That's why I didn't plus it, because I thought only about questing beast, but I didn't expect lightning strike from my opponent. But it's not even that bad. My opponent is using his turn to kill Kaito and not
Exactly, and
developing.
you have another one in hand,
Yeah,
so it's totally fine for you, I think.
yeah, because they ain't developing their hand in any way. Or like,
Oh, yeah, why did the Elvish Mystic come into play tapped?
well, good thing that it really doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't even Kaito this turn.
I guess you've got more removal in hand.
Yeah, I think I have 2 flat beats there in my hand.
That's so mean.
Yeah, I just want to use them instead. Because the Kaito is good, no like buts about it, but it's even better when you're winning the board already.
Exactly.
And if he plays any like haste creature, he might actually able to contest it out of the field. And because if I had the 5th mana, I probably would have just slammed it, because then I can just
Yeah, keep up the Drowner as well at
yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
And I would imagine there should be no shortage of haste creatures in this deck. We've seen the Seeker. I imagine the Questing Beast is definitely in here. What else could there be? The Nemesis has haste as well, so that's already 12 creatures that could show up.
This is Anointed with Affliction, so exile creature with CMC 3 or less. And I don't remember the card name, but it deals 2 damage to your own creature and 4 to opponent's creature.
God, that was played in the Is it Prowess?
Is it Reckless? No, it's not Reckless Rage.
It is Reckless Rage.
Oh, it is.
I think it is, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh, nice. I remembered something. But yeah, I'm like, I just know I'm winning at this point. I have Kaito again. I got the Floodbit Drowner back. So even if there is a haste creature, I have the Drowner again. And the Kaito is gonna survive. The Kaito is gonna do its thing.
Yeah, exactly. And your opponent is at 5 as well, so you're dead on board to Kaito plus an attack. If he chooses to attack with the creatures, of course.
Yeah, because it's just the Mammoth.
Yeah, that doesn't really do much.
This attack doesn't really matter. If I remember correctly, I have 3 Floodbit Drowners in my hand, so I could have tapped all of them. Yeah, you can see I had. Oh yeah, I had Thoughtsis in. Okay, I remember wrongly what
you
I
did
said.
do that 2 and 2, I guess.
Yeah.
And let's see if you take them out. Did you take them out in the?
No, because I think I didn't change my side.
Okay. Did your opponent start with 7 pre-selected cards, or did you just cut before?
Yeah, I cut before.
Okay.
Yeah, because I shuffled quite along because I was helping Yanni to comp end his fucking combo.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's the beauty of Tyson.
I think this is the only game where his teammate isn't like they ain't talking with their team. And my hand was very interesting, let's say. I'm talking with Yanni at this point. I have 2 Kaitos, Fatal Push, another removal spell, and 3 lands. I'm on the draw. Like, I have like Dark Slick Mutavolt something. I'm not sure. I have 2 good lands and Mutavolt.
Yeah, so solid to just plan on removing stuff until you get to Kaito, even if it's hard cast, which is not what you ideally want, but
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not really idle. I still would hope that I would have a 1 drop or 2 drop. Floodbit's Drowner. I remember especially like being like this hand would be excellent. But then my opponent misses.
Incredible.
My opponent misses his second turn play.
They skipped on 2. That's also very huge for you.
This is huge. I think this is the why I'm so, like why this game is gonna go so well for me.
I can't hear you anymore. I'm not sure if something has happened.
Can you hear me now? I think you cannot hear me now. That's quite sad and unfortunate. Is everything working now? After the little technical difficulties, everything is all right. But yeah, there's a Scream Nemesis now on the field.
So he skipped turn 2 though, which is the huge thing.
Yeah, he skipped his turn 2 and played Scream Nemesis on turn 3.
And a Mammoth on turn 4, this is like super good for you. Very slow start from the.
Yeah, surprisingly slow. And you can still see I have still one Fatal Push in my hand.
Yeah, this would be a lot scarier with the elf actually sticking around until turn 2.
Yeah.
To go, let's say, Mammoth, and then you have, 8 power attacking on turn 3, which is pretty big.
But yeah, I haven't drawn that well. I have drawn like 2 lands more. I have 5 lands now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, which is like one of them is Mutavault, which is better than nothing at least. But it's not good. And my opponent is about to play, I think, 3-drop, 1-drop. Like I have that Fatal Push, but it needs the Revolt.
Yep, that's another roll for. It's a Mystic, that one.
Yeah. And there's
then that's
Rampaging Ferocidon. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Imagine. Too good of a card in Standard till the last month.
Ooh.
Yeah, here I'm thinking about blocking the Mammoth, because the Mammoth is 5/5, because land was played.
Yeah, landfall, yes. So you could block it and you have push active and you can kill something with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm deciding to do, because my plan is to just hard drop Kaito next turn with -2. And
yep.
I'm sweating bullets now, because if he has haste creature, everything's going.
Yeah, that is so sad. Yeah.
Like, here I'm thinking about it. Do I have any other plays?
Also, it's a shame that you have 5 and not 6 on. Well, it's turn 5, so you can't have 6 on, so you can't even like keep up the activated mutable block. It's just it's a Hail Mary Kaito or nothing.
Here you can see I drew my cards, just started pondering.
Yeah.
What to do.
The ponder is not legal in Pioneer, actually.
Well, I make my own rules.
Very good. Yeah, and your opponent only has the role player only has 1 card in hand. So I would expect it needs to be a top decked haste creature, because that's a true slam as well.
Yeah, this is like a true slam. If you have it, then you have it. Do it.
And you gained a life because you thought that you'd lose one.
I think I lost. I removed the life from me until I remembered that no, actually Kaito comes in as a planeswalker, and as a state-based action, it becomes a creature. So I just added it back. And here,
let's
like,
okay, that's fine. That's fine.
And
don't Storm Seeker.
And he has Reckless Rage in his hand, because he kept up the 1 red for the whole turn cycle.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any creatures.
Yeah, because that's only creature, is not any target, or like creature or planeswalker.
Yeah. And now I'm in an excellent position, because I have the Fatal Push, so the Werewolf Pack Leader is like, I can deal with it now. And because the Kaito has... Oh yeah, this is... I reset the Kaito!
The re-Kaitoing, yes, nice. And then that just goes to sleep as well, so who cares about the Fatal Push?
I didn't even remember that I did it again.
That's so mean. Opponent just wants to play and he's just like,
And now he's back in the same situation. no creature. He has the 1/1, but I think with 2 mana I have like a Flatpitch Drowner in my hand now.
Interesting that you didn't keep up the Mutavault. Do you have 2 1-cost spells? Or is it just bluffing that you might have 2 1-cost spells?
I'm just stupid. I think I didn't have anything to bluff with it.
Yeah. Okay. Just quietly goes to 1, no problem.
Yep. And here's the Flatpitch Drowner.
Yep.
And now I take the damage because this is a creature.
That is a creature.
And yeah, now you can hear
And now you can finally die.
Yeah. But again...
But then it gained Kaito on the turn.
Yeah, but again, think about it. Now Kaito +1, and now Kaito doesn't have to -2. Because both of the creatures are already stunned.
Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, that's a whole turn that Kaito is able to just attack for free, and then maybe you get something. Your opponent is just fully hellbent now, I guess? Yeah, they've got nothing.
Yeah, they've
only got their hands in their hand.
Yeah, yes. But yeah, mostly what I'm thinking about now is just, do I use the Mutavault? Just ways to think about how do I not lose. And not lose is by just killing my opponent.
Exactly. I think that's the best way to not lose. You're at 16 still, so that's plenty of life. Not a lot to be worried about. I guess top decked
my Mutavault...
Questing Beast is not great, but...
Yeah, but my Mutavault is also a 4/4.
Oh, it's a ninja! Right.
So, like, even my Mutavaults aren't small anymore. And then it's just an elf.
Oh. Yeah, and that's a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and even the Questing Beast would have done nothing. Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, it was the turn 2 when he missed, like, his play, and the turn when he...
Didn't draw the haste creature.
Yeah, that was so scary. I was sweating bullets at that point. Like,
yeah, would have been a whole other game if you didn't have Kaito up. If you'd just been dead immediately.
Yeah, because I didn't have like anything on the board. So basically, Kaito would have been just 4 mana, put 2 stun counters on a creature.
Yep, which is quite tragic.
Yeah, it's not what you want to do with Kaito. The Kaito is, well, surprising amount is that -2 happens when it comes to the field, because then it's just protecting itself, and then it starts zeroing and getting that card draw. But I must say, one of favorite things in Magic now is to Kaito using Kaito. It's so freaking awesome to do it.
That surprisingly has seemed really good. Like both times you've done it here, it's been just genuinely solid. You didn't have a better way to spend the 3 mana. You basically just get another activation of Kaito. You don't lose anything for it. You actually gain some counters on it. So,
and also because it like I can use it 2 times, which is like it gets bigger and it does something else.
Exactly.
Like I've had more like games where my whole game plan was just like, okay, I just use the Kaito again. My opponent cannot kill it because their creatures don't like untap. And
ever.
And because if you can do that few turns, in that few turns you probably are gonna draw another creature. So if they like after a few turns they kill the Kaito, well, you still have the other Kaito in hand and the other creature, so you have a Kaito again.
Yep.
It's so annoying.
It's a lose-lose situation for your opponent where even killing it doesn't do anything anymore.
Yeah, and because you have plus it like few times, the Kaito is gonna hit you like for 5, for 6. And that's a not small amount of damage, which is basically unblockable when it comes from the flying creature.
Yep.
But yeah, I thank you for coming for this. What do you call it? After
post commentary.
Yeah, post commentary. Yeah, I remember words.